Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG review. I am DM Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is RPG A Day 2021, Day 3, Tactic. And what I did was I took the word tactic and I included the first alternate prompt of risk, and I'm combining them. So basically, I use risk as a tactic to really put the players into the mood of the game. Um, Whether they're on a an adventure of that has combat in it and or dangerous encounters, environmental encounters and such. I like to build the risk into there and just give them that sense of risk as a tactic to get them to play more intelligently, more decisively. Um, so it's just a method to get the players to move along in the way that I hope that they do. It saves us all time as far as making them very much more efficient in their declarations of action and then following through with their actions and basically their decision making process. You can include risk even in situations that don't have anything that is a physical danger to your player characters as well. So there's always the risk. So you can have risk in a social interaction, a strictly social interaction, or obviously in a political interaction, or there could be risk built into just buying supplies at a local, adventurous supply shop. The risk that can be, incurred there is the risk of failure of what they're attempting to do. Uh, they might risk purchasing something that is defective, and so it becomes, and if they didn't make the appropriate check or even ask and kind of role play out, yeah, I'm going to pick up this rusty sword, but I'm not going to actually worry about it because it was so cheap, and so I'm not even going to look at um, whether the blade is really put together that it might last a short, very short period of time, or it might be just slightly rusty and last forever. But I'm taking that risk because it is so cheap. I'm just going to take it anyway. Um, so there's a variety of ways that a DM can use risk, and often you'll hear, well, risk versus reward, and the risk needs to be comparable to the reward. That's not always the case. Sometimes the risk can exceed the reward, and so you have the players realize that, hey, you know what, we just did something like incredibly risky, and yet that reward wasn't what it was worth. Um, and I've certainly, as a player, have been through those scenarios, going through the Tomb of Horrors in order to get a resurrection scroll was a risk that nowhere's near came close to the reward of actually getting a resurrection scroll to save one, to return one um, player character back to life again at the expense of having lost five player characters to try to get through the Tomb of Horrors to get there. So they don't always have to be balanced. Risk and reward do not have to be balanced. But I wouldn't overplay that card as a DM either. I would use it very, very sparingly. Just like I would not give them a very high reward for a very low risk. All right. Again, it's nice once in a blue moon for it to happen, but for the most part, use it very, very sparingly. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you hadn't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you have any way that you use either tactic or risk, or any of the other prompts for day 3, then please feel free to put that in the comment section as well. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. Going to be leaving for vacation, so all of these are pre-recorded, and then they will start dropping at the same time every day over the next 10 or so days. So I will be back live well, during my vacation, I will put up a live video, or at least try to, and then after that, I will return shortly, sometime not next week, but the following week, and I'll let you know when I'm back and do a live video for most likely day 11 or possibly 12. So once again, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Take care.